Hello, my name is Brian, this is FM22, and we're back in Malia, opening in on our beloved Club Vision screen. Not much has changed in the last month and a week, roughly. We're still improving our training facilities, don't have any other requests in, but I'm sure soon enough I will be pressing the board to give me more. Exactly what more? I don't know, but something more. Always more. Never happy. So how are we doing? We are still in first place, and now we are 3 points clear of Barcelona. Good times. We did get knocked out in the Copa del Rey. I think that was covered in the last video. And we have had our draw and first leg of the Europa Conference League, second knockout leg. We drew Ghent, the Belgian side, and yeah, we kind of skunked them up a bit at their place. We beat them 6-2. It was great. So I'm certainly happy to, not have a sweat. I believe our last video was this win over Osasuna, and things have gone great since then. 3-0 win over Bilbao, 2-0 win over Almeria, 2-1 win over Real Betis, and a 4-0 win over Barcelona. I don't know how it happened. It just happened. It was great. We destroyed them. 30th minute goal by Kone, his Aristide Kone, the right winger slash left winger. The winger Kone, not the striker Kone. We got a penalty in 36th, and then Santos scored in the 64th and 78th. We do have a tough game up after this one, a road trip to Real Madrid. After this, assuming we don't lose by 4 or more goals, well, more than 4, 4 would take us to extra time. There will be a draw for the quarterfinals and semifinals of the Europa Conference League. We are a bit rotated this game because, well, we feel pretty comfortable that we will not give up 4 or more goals, and we still have Babangida in goal. And it would be nice to have, a decent type lineup available for Real Madrid in like 3 days. Ooh, they're going to come out in a 4-2-2? Well, we gotta see this. Yeah, so we're gonna play a 4-3-3. Shocking, I know. Interesting. 2 defensive midfielders, 2 center midfielders, 2 strikers. Well, that certainly seems ripe for playing down the sides. Those center-oriented players, but we'll drift outside, and certainly the wingers, or wing-backs, excuse me, or full-backs, however you prefer, will provide something out there, but they will naturally just stack up in the middle, so a bit of a step there on Boyamo, who's subbing in for Sammy today. Traore back to him, and cut clip. Again, we're not really looking for an amazing performance here. Striker Kone starting. Both Ananu, Boyamo, Riyad are all in the starting lineup. Depending on your opinion of Mortella Sao, he's in the starting lineup. He's a curious one, Sao. Ball played along to Daniels. Saved by De Kock. Sao is, one of our better developmental players, maybe. Prospects to develop still. But man, that's like 11 pace that he has now, used to be 10, is just uninspiring. I don't trust him at center mid attack to surge into the box. Jim, free kick. Theo, Jim. On the other hand, I fully trust Theo Jim at center mid attack to surge into the box and score some goals, and that is his 9th of the year, though obviously a free kick, so not exactly proving the point of his speed, but certainly proving his utility on putting the biscuit into the basket. Sao is often the low man in terms of rating on the team. At Metsala, mid-center right. So yeah, it's he's like one of those players where it's like, okay, well, he's kind of like Emmanuel Jajege. He's certainly a good player. The star rating is really solid, and he definitely has some positive attributes. But he doesn't quite fit how we like to play, how I like to play. That I want pace everywhere, that I want... I still think it's just not worth the time, I don't think, to like fully commit. There's the ball. Exactly. That's the run we love to see made. Chad Daniels had 2 goals against, I think it was Ghent in the first matchup, where the ball went out to the right wing, and Cowio, starting on that one, would play the ball in to Daniels, making this big run from the center, attacking center mid spot. Not attacking center mid, but center mid on attack. There we go, Serge Kone, 5th goal of the year, assisted by Chad Daniels. Yeah, Ghent's just not up to par. It doesn't help that their league isn't loaded. But, you know, we are legitimately playing at top of La Liga type level. So even if they were loaded, you'd presume, you know, the 3rd best team in Belgium or something is not going to match up so well against the team that is performing the best in La Liga. 8-2, feeling pretty comfortable. This is going to be a pretty short video, so that's nice. Muleka running it down, nothing there. Still keeping my eye out on Innocent Makalene, waiting for his contract to, for him to come out of the, well, I just signed a new contract period. Hamidi at the Cessignon beyond a bit of a drive, leading for Daniels, plays it too far. Nuriel intercepts, plays back their goalkeeper. DeCock. It's just too much fun to say. Hamidi will have a bit of a drive here. Would love to get Hamidi off so he can play against Real Madrid. I believe he's leading the team in expected rating. Or not expected rating, but, you know, rating. Just been a very solid defender for us. Quite possibly the fastest player on the team. You know, as someone who, as an American soccer fan, but one who, until the past, you know, 4 or 5 years, wasn't really that thoughtful about it. Okay, let's drop Riyadh back in. Yeah. Looks like we're not going to be able to do anything about Cessignon, but we can definitely bring on, say, Yusuf for Hamidi. Hadn't really thought about, you know, center backs needing pace. He's like, oh, those are the tall guys. But it's okay if they're slow. But no. Yeah, they gotta, at least at the top levels, you know, they need to be as fast as the strikers because they're trying to guard them. So they need to be able to, you know, you can scheme so that, you know, one drops and one presses to try and play around that so that they don't, you know, end up in conflict that, you know. But if you don't want to play something like that where one plays up and one plays back, then you really need to have that pace to be able to at least kind of run with them. And Hamidi gives us that, so huzzah. Who to sit next? Kone, no, we won't be starting him. We'll be starting... they won't go back. Fred Maboyo. We will probably be playing the 4-1-3-2. I think we'll try and do the okie doke that we pulled against Barcelona on the road. So we're going to play a 4-1-3-2. That means we're probably going to play Callio and Santos up top. I think Traorial probably the left wing, so maybe we should sub in Abby here. Okay. Let's sub in Kone to keep trying him out at left wing, and also just to save Traore's legs. I'm going to play Jim as my probably. Yep, there we go. So we're probably going to play Zaido Youssef bending it in on another free kick. He can't guard those. It'll be Santos and Callio up top, Traore at left wing, Gayabua at right wing. Maybe it's Youssef at right wing. No, it's Gayabua at right wing, Jim at center mid, Hamidi and probably the Loney center back at center back, Sammy at left back, Fozzie, the other Loney, at right back, because Session's probably running out of his legs here. And then at defensive mid, probably Riyadh. Actually, I don't think I found a spot for Youssef there, so maybe Youssef at defensive midfield. And so we'll try and sit in that for the first 70-some minutes, and just focus on not letting them score. And then the last 20 minutes, we will make all 3 subs at once, shift formation back to our 4-3-3, and try and put them to the sword there, and be happy to take the draw if that's all we get. Oh, nice net header from Kone. Just a little over that. Luckily for us, the draw happens tomorrow for the quarterfinals and the semifinals, and thus, I guess, the finals, since, you know, it's just the 2 winners of the semifinals. So we'll handle all our draws here after this game, so we'll know who we are going to be facing going forward, at least in the next video, given we just downed Kent 3-1 to this game, 9-3 overall. Good job, boys. That's how you do it. We have signed Ugochukwu Babangida, our goalkeeper, to a new contract. We have just offered a new contract to Jeffrey Santos, our new top striker. He's not exactly new, but he's our new top striker since Emmanuel Jajde had been our top striker. Actually, we're playing this. Yeah. So we're locking him down. We're pushing up release clauses. It's frustrating. Do I need to get a new contract on Hamidi? Because he's wanted. His release clause is $48 million. It's certainly not insignificant, but I don't know. Who wants Youssef? Oh, the Saudis. Charles Abbey, I'd feel less bad about him leaving Brentford. Callio is wanted by Brentford and Benfica. Santos is wanted by Dusseldorf. But again, we got a new contract locking him down. Sessignon is wanted by Bournemouth and Inter. 28. 43 million release clause. We really need to find new right back in particular, just for when Sessignon ages out, and a new left back for Sammy. Not that there's anything wrong with Sammy, but Bueno is just a mediocre depth piece. You dream of making Sammy the depth player and finding a true superstar at left back. Obviously tricky, but possibly doable. One of his some positions, and here is our draw. Alright, so Aston Villa did go through against the Azerbaijani side, AZ from the Netherlands, Bologna, Dynamo, Hoffenheim, Lazio, us, and Valencia. So it is pretty full with the big five. Based on that, we'd obviously be rooting to face AZ or Dynamo, though, again, given how we're playing, mostly I just don't want to place the English side because how kind of overrated the games make the English sides usually. They just have more money, and so they splash around. Though Villa is obviously not having a great year in the EPL, being in 13th right now. But they are still only, 4 points back of 9th. Nice work, Tottenham. Alright, so let's draw some teams. AZ, I would love to be on this other side of this. Nope, that'll be Valencia. Dynamo. Well, I'd love to be on the other side of this. And nope, that'll be Lazio. So we don't get our wish. We will either get a... I don't know if we're allowed. We're probably allowed at this point to play Hoffenheim again, but I imagine we won't. I'm expecting Bologna or Villa. Yep, so it will be Bologna. I don't think we've played them before. They fell out of the Europa League. Third place finisher. And beat Club Brugge and then Vorskla to get here. So they did lose on the road at Club Brugge. They lost to Fenerbahce. Drew with Dynamo Kiev. Beat Ludogorets. Yeah, it's not terribly impressive. They are 11th in Serie A. Well, they definitely seem like, well, fresh meat. Alright, so which chunk do we end up in? So Bologna or us, Malia, who do we potentially face? It will be Hoffenheim, Aston Villa, so it's kind of straightforward as it is to what it was last time in terms of the last two teams drawn. This time our first two drawn here. It's the one we really didn't want to see. Hoffenheim is certainly a good team and drew us once. Villa, again, despite being 13th, the EPL does have the most money of any league, so would have much rather seen, say, the Dynamo-Lazio pairing, or AZ Valencia, if that's allowed, given the nationality of that. Moving around, our match against Granada to make room for that Bologna match. And so yeah, let's take a look at the schedule coming forward. So yeah, we have this super big road game against Real Madrid. Will be toughy, but hopefully we can not embarrass ourselves. Road trip to Getafe, they're in the 18th, so they're a bad team, so hopefully we should be able to dominate that one. Malaga is up in 7th, so home game though. It should be noting what I see on the right side. News that I hadn't mentioned. Chris Lane Matsima, our center back, broke his leg, probably a tib-fib fracture, broke his tibia-fibia, will be out 6 to 8 months. So, yeah, suddenly the loaning in of the center back, perfectly fine. We're going to need him. He can't even play Conference Leagues games, but he will be able to play basically all the La Liga games, and means we can play, say, Hamidi and Riyadh in all the Conference League games that we deem necessary to at least have, two okay center backs in those. And, we played Ananu in this one since we were feeling comfortable. Then that rearranged game from Granada, Thursday, Monday, Thursday. Home game against Granada, 9th place. Better than I thought for Granada. Road trip to 12th place Gijón. Home against 4th place Valencia. Road trip to 10th place Real Sociedad. 5th place Sevilla. Road trip to 16th place Espanyol. 6th place Atletico Madrid. And we close the year a road trip to Elche. There's some decent sides in here. Atletico, Valencia. Real Sociedad's usually better than 10th, but yeah, they're within the range. I'd say kind of the cut is Gijón. Elche is the start of the bottom essentially, and then Alaves is the true bottom of things. But yeah, shorter video for once. Happy about that. I will be back again. I will probably run through this and record this, tomorrow, but you probably won't see it for at least a week yet. So, lucky me, I'll be stockpiling videos for the holiday weekend so I can do other things than this. Though, I do love this. It's not like I'm doing this for attention, because there's like 2 of you paying attention. So, that being said, please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. I will see you again soon, or at least I'll be recording soon and posting these out on my semi-regular schedule. And I hope you have a very lovely day. Goodbye.